The EU is a joke. And this is why I believe that the EU is a joke. Because the EU, on one hand, is arming Ukraine in the war against Russia. And you can see all the big guys, Macron and Merz and von der Leyen and all the great leaders of the European countries and the European unions trashing Putin, trashing Ukraine, trashing Russia, sanctions, blah blah blah, ha ha ha. While at the same time they import gas and other forms of energy from Russia. So, according to Perplexity, Russian gas made up about 18 to 19% of EU gas imports in 24 and 25. That's a lot of gas to import from somebody you're fighting against, which is really a joke. Now, despite EU plans to have Russian gas imports to the EU actually rose by 18% in 2024. Okay, so not only your sanctions doesn't work, there is an increase in imports of gas from Russia to the EU. I don't know why, but it's just like a joke to me. It's really a joke to me. Because if you read the news or you listen to whatever, you know, you read like the mainstream media, mainstream channels, and you see what those people say, and then you're like, wait a minute, 20% of EU gas imports in 24 and 25 were from Russia? This is a joke. This is a joke. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. In summary, the EU still imports significant volumes of Russian gas in 25, with countries like Italy, Czechia, France, Hungary, Slovakia, and several other among the main buyers. The volume vary, but Russian gas accounts to roughly 18% of total gas. So this is a joke. The EU is a joke. This is nothing but a scam. This is what's happening, right? So the EU is sending money and weapons. All right, they mainly send weapons to Ukraine to fight Russia. So what is that weapon? That is weapon that's being bought, from manufacturers in the EU and the US, right? So there is an arm industry that's making a lot of money right now because a lot of resources are being invested in that. And then from the other side, while they're fighting Russia, which is technically like not a proxy war anymore, it's just like a direct war, because this is like, I mean, what else? You need like French soldiers to be there and fight? No, but okay, here's the weapon. You can fight it. Here, I'm France. I'm Germany. I'm giving you Ukraine. Here's my best guns, and you can. And these are the bullets. And go ahead and fight Russia. So basically, they're doing that. But at the same time, they're buying, they're buying energy from Russia. So what's happening over here? Like what kind of joke this is? Like, you're arming, basically you're giving money to Russia, and at the same time you're fighting Russia. Let me tell you, this is a joke. This is all it's, excuse me, on my chair. It's all hawks. This is like this is bullshit. This is really bullshit. This is nothing going on over here. This whole war is just basically one clown show. And the leaders of the Western world, they're useless. They're nothing. They're just joke. It's really a joke. I mean, Putin is not buying energy from the West. Like right now, Putin is closed. They don't let him buy nothing, and he's doing good. Like He's ganging up with Korea, North Korea. He's ganging up with China. He's ganging up with Iran. He's ganging up with all those people. And you're still buying Russian gas from him. EU, you can't do nothing. You can't do shit. You're nothing. You're basically EU. How do you say it? Turkmenistan. Okay, this is what you became. You became like now Muslim, almost Muslim country, Muslim majority country soon, and you can't even run your own show. You're a joke, and you should go home.